my dear viewers, today we will discuss how Putin managed to send such a huge number of people to war. Initially, the Russian Ministry of Defense offered conscripts aged 18 to 30 who were subject to mandatory military service for a year to sign contract, thus converting as many young people as possible to contract service. And this allowed the department to inflate the number of professional soldiers in the army. Young guys, not professional fighters at all, found out they were going to Ukraine on February 23rd. And those who were unwilling to participate in this bloody, senseless slaughter were court-martialed. Many ended up in prison. For these Deceit guys, prison was the lesser of two evils. And it soon became clear that the regular army consisting of unprofessional units couldn't win this war. There are many private military companies, PMCs, but Wagner PMC, formed by Prigozhin in 2014, was giving carte blanche to recruit prisoners, promising them pardon and freedom after 6 months of service. Thus, professional killers among former servicemen began to fight shoulder to shoulder with convicts. Later, the Ministry of Defense also started recruiting prisoners. Simultaneously with recruiting prisoners into the ranks of the Russian army, Prigozhin launched a massive nationwide marketing campaign to recruit volunteers. By this time, the number of people brainwashed by propaganda was significant, and those who signed contracts with Wagner returned from the war after 6 months. Murderers, rapists, maniacs were set free. Moreover, streets were named after them, and schools invited them to meet with children as heroes. The true nature of the so-called heroes is still being revealed across Russia. Examples you can find in the comments and descriptions. There are lots of interesting stories. A colossal wave of violence erupted. Thousands of violent offenders with post-traumatic stress, unable to find work, knowing that if they were imprisoned again, they could get out the same way through war by signing contract not with Wagner but with the Ministry of Defense nowadays. And those who were mobilized into the army found themselves in a stalemate. They are not given leave. They fight until the end of the war, and the wounded and shell-shocked are returned to the front lines after a few days. An absurd story recently happened with their wives. They asked for the demobilization of their loved ones, but ended up labeled as foreign agents. Emergencies have become so routine that people are starting to get used to this never-ending chaos. But I still hope that there are more reasonable people in our world than it seems. Well, a totalitarian state doesn't care about the number of losses on the front, and it's strange that there are still people who believe in the righteous cause of Russia, in the bloody war that Putin calls sacred, in the fight against the Satanist West. Of course, the corrupt church is also involved. I will leave the link to the article in the description. That's an absurd. No matter how much Putin tries to brainwash the people with his delusional idea of the Russian world, many are starting to wake up. Total dissent with the senseless war is brewing in the Russian army. And in the next video we will discuss how the government is now replenishing the rapidly dwindling ranks of the Russian army. Peace and goodness to everyone, and thanks you for likes and subscriptions. Hope to see you soon. Bye.